that, here with Think Energy, think has definitely reversed that whole process to where the person can win. It's all about the individual. It's all about the family. And I've seen a lot of success, had a lot of success, made it big in a few companies, didn't do anything in a lot of companies. But like my father, I've joined over about 70 or 80 opportunities in my lifetime. And I believe that it's better to regret the things that I did versus regret what I didn't do. And so, I'm a risk taker. I believe in jumping out the plane and building my parachute on the way down. Sometimes you just got to jump. It may not always line up. It may not always make sense, but sometimes you just got to jump. And it's not even about trusting the company. Sometimes it's about trusting yourself. Sometimes it's just about trusting your own hunger. Sometimes it's about just trusting your own determination. How bad do you want it? And so, I could go on and on for days and days of talking about just the success of the industry and how it's a benefit in my life and how it's, changed my life as well. But yes,
thank you, Josh. I want you guys to remember that name, because sometimes we celebrate, after we have bring people to the stage after they really built some things, and think I just want you to remember that young man's name, because sometimes it's about the moment, just giving people the opportunity. And so, Big John and Kirk, I want to turn it over to you guys. Happy Monday morning Mojo Call, guys, and so I'm realizing what we're doing on Mondays means sometimes more than the numbers. And so, thank you guys for letting me celebrate a young man that I think is going to be a name we hear of in a little bit. So, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Julius? Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And Joshua, thank you, brother. Young man with a vision, with words of wisdom, and he couldn't be more right. Right? Really, this is an opportunity for anyone, right? Anyone that's willing to fight every day for what they want in life. There's a guy that's traveling a road now, Jewel. It's our brother Kirk. You want to talk about a fighter? Find 3 Kirk Korans. You might have to go through 100, 200, 300 people. Find 3 guys like that never makes an excuse. He don't look as problems are there. He knows there's solutions to everything. He never gets frustrated, no matter what happens to him. He's got 9 lives, but he's a leader, right? Because he has the vision. And I want to turn it over to Kirk, because what Joshua said too, right? It's a business that could take you anywhere you want to go, right? More millionaires made in this industry than any corporate America company or any corporate America job. It's about the fight. It's about the fight that each and every one of us instill inside our hearts to go win. I mean, I'm renewing my fight this morning. I'm going to go get more customers. Do I need customers? Hell no. I don't need to get more customers. But if I don't lead by example, people on my see, there's so many people out there that are one notch away from on their way to greatness. But there's a small part of fear, right? That fear, I don't care how tough somebody is. Julius, we heard it on the call last night. Dr. Eleanor, Linda, Milton Burt, no fear in them folk, right? When we got that fear, how do you combat fear? You heard Joshua say, hey, listen, I'll hop out of a plane and build my parachute on the way down. See, it's really mental in this game. It's really a mental component that stops probably 80% of the people from being successful. Because, Russ Kennedy, faith. Replace your fear with faith. Replace your fear with belief. And it's really comes down, and we know the 5 core beliefs, but it comes down to belief in thyself, confidence in thyself, strong posture in thyself. And there's so many people that are just a notch away from getting on their way and blasting off. So, Kirk, hope you're having a great trip. I know you're traveling the country in your RV with your beautiful wife, Trish, and your little puppy, Turbo. But, Kirk, how'd you overcome the fear? Because let's face facts, dude. We all have fear. You're a tough guy, a firefighter, falling off roofs, running into trees with snowmobiles at over 50 miles an hour. Why do you have zero fear, Kirk?
Well, John, first off, I want to, good morning to everyone on here. Number one, I know Joshua, and I've had conversations with Joshua. I knew his father well, and I'm excited to be working with him. Julius is right. He is definitely, a future shining star in this company. I believe that wholeheartedly. We all go through things in life, and sometimes you do have to step back for a minute. But, at the end of the day, we can make excuses about anything going on in our life. And, John, you know this too. When we launched this company, I was just recovering from surgery. I was in the hospital making phone calls, recruiting people while I was laying in my hospital bed. I just know that when you're at the beginning of something, timing is one thing, but action is more important because, all Julius and yourself and myself, we've all been in companies where we weren't in at the beginning. We still took action and rose to the top. But here we are, 15 months into Think Energy. People are starting to make significant incomes now. Again, this is not get rich quick. Certainly with the community solar, we can make the upfront money as you build your residual. That's what's exciting to me, residual. But, my fear, John, has always been leaving this planet with leaving my family struggling. Actually, that has been my fear. And so I put my head down and got to work with this thing. Got focused in this industry now, 15 years in this industry. And I just know what you need to do is, as you say, have rhino skin, nothing penetrates. You just bounces off you. Some of your best friends, some of your family, people that you've done favors for, laugh at you, tell you it's a scam, you're going to jail, and you just keep moving forward. And then the next thing you know, they're telling people they know you. That's how this journey goes. So, for everybody on here listening, this is all about stories. We all have a story. And, we're starting to hear a lot of powerful stories. I love listening to new people that have never done this before and hearing their story, how their start is, just to remind everyone that we all go through the same challenges. It's a matter of breaking through and rising to the top.
You know what, Kirk? When I started my first time around, I was running a big company out of New Jersey, an environmental company. My wife and I were, really busy, right? We were up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was getting my crews assembled, giving them instructions. Soon as they were off on their way, I was doing estimates, driving sometimes 250 miles in a day, getting home late in the afternoon, taking a shower and going to a meeting. In the early stages, my first 5 months, you get that doubt devil that comes in your head and your mind. And I was doing well. We had a great, thriving business. And, that doubt devil would tell me, that's not worth it. You don't need this. And I kept shrugging them off. And I thank the Lord today, Kirk, because a lot of people that come in, you know, and you don't see that success. This is not a lottery ticket. This is a sprint that turns into a marathon, but it happens. And I was grateful that something tapped me on the shoulder and said, don't quit, John. You don't quit at anything. And I just kept going. And you know what, Kirk? That one decision, that one major decision changed my life forever. It gave me freedom. It gave me a sense of achievement, accomplishment. It gave me the confidence to lead others, to lead the masses, knowing it wasn't going to be everyone. People were going to be left behind. But this opportunity is so much stronger. What's going to happen in New Jersey and Chicago? In New Jersey, let's use New Jersey. The first group of people are going to be allocated to the first community solar farm. What's going to happen when all those people start getting their bills and it becomes real to them and they're saving 20%, and all the naysayers, oh, that's a scam, that's this, that's that, it becomes reality. It's going to get easier. It's going to be like a compounding effect. And then we're going to have unified billing in New Jersey coming in 6 months. This thing's going to go so viral. But you know what? If you could see it a little bit, borrow our belief, borrow Julius's belief, borrow Kirk's belief. And somebody I want to highlight, Kirk, just this woman is amazing, Bella Wurzberger. I mean, this woman's totally promoting. It didn't go easy for her in the beginning.
No.
She wanted to quit 4 or 5 times.
Well, some of the working with, I mean, they don't even have technology to use. I mean, so they're going to libraries, and I mean, they're doing things that literally most people won't do because of the inconvenience, but they're doing it because they see the vision of where this is going, and it's already changing people's lives. John, you know, I remember I used to run across the Northeast in my Toyota 4Runner, and sometimes I'd ask myself, is this worth it? Am I doing the right thing? And I would think about the alternative. The alternative was stop doing what I was doing and go get back in a tractor trailer and still work you know, horrendous hours and live paycheck to paycheck because I was spending time away from my family. It's a different world today. You know, I always say if there's any good that come from the pandemic, it was people will hop on a Zoom or get on a call like this, where it used to be like pulling teeth. So, you know, we can build our business. So you're down there in Florida right now. I've been building my business from Florida. You know, people will make excuses or they'll make it happen. And I just think about the alternative. I can't envision myself ever punching a clock again. And I love working with people. I know you love working with people. I'm grateful every day that you were persistent to, you know, to get me to take a good hard look at this. And, you know, the same thing, I was persistent with Julius and many others. So, you know, it's not over when you get the first no, is it, John? I mean, I know I told you multiple times, and I will add that I've made the mistake of people telling me no and not following up with them. And then they come into this business with somebody else and they're blowing it up. And I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at myself because I didn't follow up with them. So we keep moving. Go ahead.
We know the fortunes in the follow up, and it's really, I keep talking. It's all about the fight. It's all, we know this is real. We know this is going to happen. It's happening right before our eyes. I want to bring on, and I hope she's not going to be mad at me, but a person that's near and dear to my heart, somebody that I nagged, I bothered every day for the first 3 months she was in the business, and she wanted to quit numerous times. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if there's any money in this. Oh, nobody's following me. I'm getting a lot of no's. And I said, Bella, this is a can't miss opportunity. So, Bella, can you unmute yourself? and hop on. I know you had a busy day. You did a big meeting in New Jersey yesterday. You did a conference call with your team before the meeting. I've never met anybody like this woman ever. Bella Wurzberger, come on and talk to Kirk and I and Julius.
Hi, good morning, John and Kirk.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bella.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm admiring you and Jules. Good morning. I'm admiring all of you. 8 o'clock in the morning, you're all dressed up for the occasion. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, listen, John, you're 100% right. And Kirk, I'll never forget in my beginning days of this journey, how both of you were so encouraging. And John was on my case every single day for 3 months. Bella, I'm telling you, borrow my belief. And it's not that I didn't believe in the opportunity. I had tremendous belief in the opportunity because I'm coming, like Joshua, from the network marketing industry, and that was my passion. I was looking for something where I can take my passion into the marketplace. But I just was so new to this industry of energy. I had no idea how you get passionate about electricity until I really started seeing the light, like John is saying. And I really was going for it and at it every single day. First, I enrolled a bunch of customers, me and my husband, Nick, and we were so passionate about this. We still are. To me, anybody that does not want to become a customer, knowing the kind of help they're going to have for the next 20 years, I just consider them seriously brain dead. Seriously. I was just like, you're out of your mind. You know what I mean? But I keep on telling everybody, don't beg, don't plead, don't convince. These people need us more bad than we need them. And that has been my attitude, thank God, from the first day. Because that's what I'm trying to teach to the entire team, that if we're going to have the attitude that people need us instead of we need them, that is going to, and that sincerity and that passion and that conviction comes through to the person you're talking to. And the same thing comes with building a team. And that has been, I was yesterday in New Jersey, we had a beautiful group out there, and there was so many, it's so amazing to watch so many excited and passionate people in a room and everybody having one common goal. There's no price tag you can put on that, really. And the reason I had this call before is because a lot of people don't live in New Jersey and they live far away in different markets. So I didn't want them to feel left out. And so we're always trying, like you, Kirk and John, always trying to think of what does our team need? What more can we do to help another person impact another person's life? And like you were saying this morning, so true. We're touching so many people's lives right now around the United States, seriously, nationwide. And John, when you kept on telling me, Bella, get out of your comfort zone, get out of New York, there's other people out there. I said, I know, but in my other business, we were global. And I was used to building an international business, but here I just couldn't see it. I was just, what do you mean? How do we, I can't grasp it in this business, in this company. But you were so right. You were so right. It just happens. You know, if you have enough passion and you talk to enough people and build up enough of a team locally, your team is going to know people all over the place. And thank you so much, John. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate the fact that you were on my case every single day and didn't leave me alone. And even got Kirk on the phone with me a couple of times. Both of you are
Well,
such heroes in my life. Thank you.
well, you know what, Bella, you're a winner. And when you get people that are coming into your business, I think I have one really exceptional trait. I'm not a real smart guy. I'm not a book guy. More street smart than book smart. But I have a very good antenna of identifying talent within speaking with somebody for 5 or 10 minutes. And Bella, you were definitely that person that I said, hey, listen, man, I gotta pour my heart into this woman and just let her hang around long enough, right? Take a little action. I remember you were, I don't know if this is for me and blah, blah, blah. Not that you were crying or whining, but you were being straightforward with me. And I just said at the end of it, I said, Bella, do you trust me? And you said, yes, I do, John. And I said, will you do me a favor? And you said, sure, what is it? I said, will you borrow my belief for 3 months?
Yep.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Borrow my belief for 3 months, and anything I tell you, just assume it's the correct thing in this business. Because at the end of the day, Bella, I would never, ever tell you something that doesn't benefit you. Because if it don't benefit you, it don't benefit me. And I'll tell you what, Bella, man, you are the most coachable, the most motivated, your team chats, your calls, your excitement every day, every call. You are a machine like I have never seen. And I'm blessed. Listen, I'm blessed to have bothered Kirk Coran for 10 phone calls. I'm blessed that I had the intuition to pretty much pester you for all of those early morning phone calls. And I thank you for taking my phone calls, because, to have winners like you and Kirk and so many other people, I don't even have time to mention the names. But thank you again, Bella. Kirk, you have a question for Bella? We want to end this call, and I want you and Bella to close this call out.
Well, first off, as always, Bella, congratulations on the success you're having. And, after our first early conversations, there was never any doubt of where you were going. I love what you said, and I was always taught this myself, is work local and grow global. And, it is interesting to see somebody come from a global industry into a national industry. And I guess my question would be, being, you had a global organization in the past, don't you find it easier to just work nationwide rather than globally? What's your perspective on that? I know that, I have people in Israel. I'm sure you have people in Israel and maybe some other countries as well. But for the most part, we're building in the United States locally. So, what's your perspective on that now?
Of course, Kirk. Thank you so much. And it was a blessing for me to get to know, of course, Big John and you as well. Really, that's one thing that attracted me extremely quickly in this company, is the leadership that I found with you and Big John, the warmth, the love, and the Kennys. I've been in multiple companies and been successful, thank God, but really the warmth and welcoming and just the camaraderie between you guys is just so special. From the first minute, I felt like I found my second home, and this is my home to stay. And I'll never forget, I wrote that letter to Michael Falklist on my way home from Punta Cana. Michael, I have to thank you. I found my second home and I'm here to stay. So thanks to you guys, really. You made that happen for me. But to answer that question, Kirk, yes, you're so right on. It was very challenging running a global international at that point. Yes, it was an organization or a business. It was a big business. I had a few thousand people in my team, and it was global. I had people not only in Israel, but I had people in Asia, in Taiwan, in all different areas. And it was so super not easy. I remember myself and Nick, we had an office in Brooklyn, and we were sitting up sometimes with my team members, 3 o'clock in the morning in Brooklyn, talking to people in Asia and in different parts of the world, because it was the middle of the day over there. So they got my attention in middle of the night. We literally hardly ever slept. It was like in the daytime, I was working local, and in the middle of the night, I was working my global team. It was very challenging. It was very nice to have a nice big team, but it was super, super challenging. And every country had its own everything. It was hard. It was very, very hard. When I walked, when I retired from that company, it was like, I don't think I'll ever be able to do this ever again. So now this is a breath of fresh air. We're in all local United States. Nobody's in a crazy different time zone. Yes, I do have some people in Israel, and that's okay. We can handle that. It's not a whole big deal, but working locally and nationwide makes it so much more easier and more kind of relaxed. I'm not anymore, I'm sleeping at night. And we're building, thank God, a beautiful, beautiful business. One more important thing that I want to leave you with, Kirk and John, as you know, we always build big teams and we're never going to have everybody doing what we would like them to do. And John, I love what you always say, you can't want it more for the person than they want it for themselves. And I keep on saying that to my team over and over and over again. Sometimes it becomes so, I should call it frustrating, or like Jim Rohn, my best friend, used to call it interesting, where we bring in new advisors and they have such incredible capabilities. They're such great people and they present themselves as great people, and we see their capabilities, and yet they're just not going in the right direction. Whatever we tell them, it just doesn't resonate. But you know, here's what I want to tell everybody on the phone today, because I know you're going to appreciate it, Kirk and Big John. It's not, you know, it's not our thing. We can only do the best we can do, and just hope and pray that they're just going to pick up one day and just wake up and smell the coffee. You know what I mean? And we cannot want it more for the person than we want it, than they want it for themselves. So everybody on the team, it's worth every bit of work that we do, every mile we take, every phone call we do, every Zoom we watch. I had people arguing with me last week that they can't get on every Zoom and every call because they just can't. I said, okay, so if you can't, you don't have to. You do whatever works for you, whatever you're comfortable with. And I love when I came in to this call this morning and Tony Robbins was speaking, you want to model successful people. So all I want to say is everybody here on the call, you have your models, you have your team leaders. Kirk is an amazing leader. I just love working with you, Kirk. Big John has been a legend in this company and other companies. Just absolutely incredible. We have so many models that we can follow. To everybody here, yes, it's the start of a new week, and there's another about 10 days left to the month. We want to finish up the month extremely strong. We have so many incredible things going for us. The company has been, since I'm involved in this company, like a year and change. So many incredible enhancements, so many incredible changes have been brought to us. Like, I love what Joe Solomon always says, you know, it's getting better by the minute, it's getting better by the day. And that's how really we're all so blessed to be a part of this incredible company, and to be friends with you and Big John has meant an incredible world to me and to my entire team. Thank you so much.
Well, we're grateful for
Yeah.
you. Obviously, you're an amazing leader. You guys are putting Think on the map with community solar like no other team, and we're grateful for that, because you know, if the company succeeds, we all succeed. And thank you for staying around long enough to see what's going to happen. So absolutely. You know,
Have a great day. Julius, close it out with a words of wisdom.
Quick announcements for everybody, real quick. Tonight at 7 o'clock, I want to make sure I plug. Tonight we the Women of Think have their call at 7 p.m. And I want you all to know this. This is for each and every one of you. There are people that listen to us. And every morning I get up at 6 o'clock and I walk through my house, and there's somebody that hears all of you. And he wanted to get up this morning, and he literally is is working 12 hours. He takes off no weekends, but he says, Dad, can I please just share something? And I cannot get off the call without having him share his nugget. So I want to close us out. This is JR. And JR is a child act. He's a child actor right now. He is working extremely hard. He has no weekends off. Today is his 12-hour day where he'll be dancing, acting, and singing. And I want everybody to pray for him. Today he has an audition for a Netflix TV show. But you came to say something to me the other day, and it blew my mind. and you said, please let me share it on the Mojo call with everyone. So take your time and share your nugget with everyone that you wanted to share all week long as we close up.
Okay, my nugget for this Monday, this amazing godly Monday, is if you want to buy stuff without looking at the price tag, you have to work without looking at the clock.
If you want to buy stuff without looking at the price tag, you got to work without looking at the clock. Have a great Monday, everybody. Be blessed. We love you.
Little Jay, my man. Go rock it out.
Right there.
That was awesome,
rock it
Jay.
out.
That was awesome.
Love
Let's
it.
go get it. Let's go get it, guys.
Be
Let's
blessed,
go get
everybody. Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Great day, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.